Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. So today I'm going to take you through the amount of money that we spent on our honeymoon, which I thought would be interesting for you guys to know about. So if you're interested in finding out, just keep watching. So I have like a new little background right now just because Ben is in the office and I just wanted to switch things up. Holding my computer here, I have a little note of the money that we spent on our honeymoon. So as you all know, we just got married. I put up the wedding video just a couple of days ago, but we just got married and we went on a honeymoon. If you guys, I don't know that we've talked about it a ton on this channel, but basically we had to really scale back our wedding and our honeymoon based on finances over the last year because Ben got really sick. I had a bunch of health issues. It just wasn't in the cards to spend a ton of money on one day. So we scaled everything back. We had a really small ceremony at Ben's parents' house, and it was literally the best wedding in the entire world. So we had a wonderful time, and then on the next day, so we got married on June 8th, and then June 10th through the rest of the week, we were on our honeymoon in Michigan. So one of the biggest ways that we were able to save some money is that we didn't have to pay for our stay. So we have a friend that has a cabin in Michigan. We've stayed in it twice before, so we asked him if we could use it for the week. He graciously allowed us to, which saved us a ton of money because we didn't have to pay for that. I understand that not everybody's able to do that, but that was a big thing for our wedding, was just like tapping into different relationships that we had and like trying to make things work. So definitely something to look into if you are trying to save a little bit of money, like maybe look into staying a little bit closer to home. If you know anyone within your circle that has a place that maybe you can stay at, even for just a couple of days, to save a little bit of money. So that's what we did. And then it also, where we stayed is only about an hour and a half drive from where we live. So we didn't have to pay for a plane. We paid for one tank of gas. So it was like $30, which is in my budget here. And then we were able to take our dog with, so we didn't have to get any like dog sitters or anything like that. So that's how we saved a little bit of money there. But I thought that I would just take you through like what we spent basically. So for food, we spent $302.57. So this might be a little bit off just because we paid for a lot of the honeymoon in cash, and then we paid for some of it on our card. So we did get a little bit of money from our wedding, which was really helpful. So we actually didn't pay anything out of pocket for our honeymoon, which was really great for us. So for food, it was about $140 in cash that we spent, and then about $149.87 on the card that we spent. That'll just be paid for out of our savings, savings for the honeymoon. And then I spent about $13 just personal money on coffee and things like that. So that was basically, we bought some fudge, we bought some coffee, we bought a few snacks, things like that, but mostly it was only one meal out per day. So one of the things that we did to save money, again, because we were staying in a house, we brought food with us. So on Sunday before we left, we actually Amazon Primed our groceries, which we had never done before. So we did it via Whole Foods. And it was delivered like 3 hours later, and we only needed a few things. We had a lot of stuff, so we were able to make some stuff to bring with us. I brought lentil curry, lentil taco meat, just because I knew I'd be eating a lot of meat out, so I just brought more vegetarian options. We brought like a bunch of salsa, a bunch of chips, fruit, avocado, that kind of thing. Ben made a couple of like snacks and breakfast food, so we brought that with as well. So we only spent about $302 on food for the week, which is pretty good if you think about it. When we went out to eat, we definitely didn't skimp. Like, we had what we wanted. I had a couple of drinks at most of the meals, which definitely like heightens the price, sorry. And then I'm also gluten-free. So a lot of times when you go out to eat, unfortunately, things are priced higher. So a lot of times if you want a gluten-free bun or you want gluten-free pasta, it's like an additional $2. We went to a pizza place and to make both of our pizzas gluten-free and to make the garlic bread gluten-free, it was an additional $20. So that bill was like 40 bucks, and half of that was just making it gluten-free, which kind of sucks, but unfortunately that's the way that I have to eat, so that's what we did. So I think personally that's only spending $302 on food is pretty good, especially like I said, getting drinks and like specialty food. Then moving on to the next part, it would be like trinkets and things that we bought to bring home with us. So there we spent $232. We went to a farmer's market and we bought things like coffee and soap and like creams and beans and tea and like all this kind of stuff at this farmer's market. That was really great. I bought a dress when we were in South Haven, which is a part of Michigan. What else did we buy? Let me just look. I bought a gift for my sister. I bought a bunch of crystals. Ben bought 2 books. We bought a wedding band for me actually, which was kind of fun. It's just like this cute little, can't really see it, but it's just like a cute little band that I can wear with my ring or without it. It was like $25 or something. We bought a ring holder for Ben. We bought a boat sign. We bought all this kind of stuff. And it was super fun. It was about $232. We spent that in multiple places, like 3 different places. So we didn't go crazy in any of the places, but we just like bought little things throughout that we really wanted. We bought some coffee mugs. I bought 3 coffee mugs. I have a coffee mug problem. So I think that was pretty good. They're just fun little things that we'll definitely continue to use. Ben and I don't buy random stuff. Like we rarely buy things for our apartment, for ourselves, things like that. So it was just fun to have things from our honeymoon that we can remember. And then finally, our experiences, we spent $249. So we spent $9 on a day pass to a park, which was really fun. Maybe I'll insert a little clip here of Cora having the time of her life. But we spent like 2 hours at the park. We were gonna go back and we just didn't, but to me it was worth the $9 because Cora had like the time of her life and so did Ben. So we spent $9 for a day pass at this park, and it was like there were dunes and sand, and Cora was in the lake and she was having the best time. So we spent $9 on that. One of the biggest expenses of the weekend was actually our massages. So Ben really didn't want to get massages, but I kind of convinced him to. It's been really stressful the last few months with wedding planning and moving and all of these kinds of things, or I should say finding an apartment that we're going to move to. So I really wanted to do something honeymoon-esque since we weren't like going to a spa, we weren't doing out any of these things. So I actually found this like massage place that was right down the street from where we were staying, and we got a couple's hot stone massage. So with tip, it was $210. So not awful, not super cheap either, but definitely worth it. Felt really great. We really loved it. It was on Tuesday of our trip, so it was right in the beginning, and it was just nice to do something that was special and something that we would never do outside of like our real life and our honeymoon and stuff like that. So so yeah, it's something I would love to incorporate more of into our life is massages in the future, but for now it was fun to do during our honeymoon. And then finally in that like experiences tab, I put the $30 that we spent on gas. Ben spent that out of his personal money. We kind of go back and forth on gas bills, and I pay all of the like renewals and stuff that we have with our what's that called, with our iPass. So like having to pay tolls and stuff like that. So because the tolls had renewed a bunch, he kind of took the gas this time. So yeah, only 30 bucks on gas, not too bad. So in total, we spent $783.57 on our honeymoon. So it wasn't like the cheapest, but it also wasn't that expensive. We've definitely spent more just on like typical vacations and like doing things in the city and stuff like that. So I thought that it was a pretty great week. We had a wonderful time. We definitely went out to eat and like didn't skimp and didn't like, is skimp even a word? I don't even know. But we didn't like hold back. We had a great time and we were just smart about it. Like we went home, we read at home, we ate most of our meals at home, but we still would go out and have like one good meal. So instead of having like 3 meals that were $40 a day, we would have one meal that was $50 or $60. So yeah, it all worked out and it was wonderful. And I will be putting up a honeymoon vlog probably next week, so stay tuned for that. But I hope that you enjoyed listening into how we spent our money for our honeymoon, and if it gave you any ideas to maybe have a really nice trip but not spend all of your money. That's one nice thing about Airbnbs and things like that, is that you can usually make your own food or bring prepped food or something like that, which really helped us, especially because both Ben and I eat a lot. so that was definitely helpful. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to let me know down below what you enjoyed and what you would like to see next time. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.